Okay. Little something, a little bit of info. Just going to do this quick live. I'll give a few minutes if some people catch up. You know, didn't give much warning on this, but I just got this information. So let's see, I got one in the room. I just got new information off of a clip that I watched from a news channel. So I'm gonna give a few minutes here. I know it's Antifa, and I don't know if they have more than one female. I think that the female is the same anorexic looking chick that torched a fake cop car. What's up, Horsefly? So I may or may not be able to do that live tonight. I'm just going to say this real quick though. I'm going to put up a link to that news report, the one I'm just now talking about, and you have to watch it. I appreciate the like. I ain't even done nothing. I just got here. So I'm going to put up a link to it in the comment section as soon as this drops as a video. This is going to be a real short little live here. So if you want to say something, go ahead and say it, but you're not going to distract me nothing. But so basically, westbound I-20, yeah, be careful through Atlanta. You know, they're having a protest, but it's the Wendy's, you know. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's not it ain't Wendy. Wendy didn't burn it down, and it's not the real Wendy. It's not the fake red Wendy that they put in there when they didn't like her commercials. It's not, but they're probably both of them's pissed. And if you want fries with that, you're not gonna get fries. They burnt the whole place up. So if they messed up your order the other night, you're not gonna be able to go back and get what you needed. And you can forget about that Wendy's for a good hot minute. 285 clear last 2 days. I seen nothing. That's good intel for me, Horsefly. I appreciate you, brother. So but currently I'm way up here. Got out of Chicago last night. You know, Chicago has 94 closed. If y'all didn't know, I-94 north of Chicago, up in coming out of Wisconsin, the I-94 going south is closed, and you have to get off on the side road. And it's not till the next exit. It's not till the next exit. It's like 5 exits down, and they don't tell you to get back on the interstate. So I had to go until I saw cars getting back on the interstate and actually rolling south to know that I could get back on the interstate. But so anyways, the thing is, it's this. I'm telling y'all, it's just too weird that they showed the shot from behind of the girl and to the side and everything else, and you know, she's barely showing any of her face and all. It's all covered up, but it was so clear that you could just about name what kind of gear she had on her head and stuff, whatever that was. I don't know if it's sunglasses or a head camera or whatever that was, but she's the one. Then they were saying while she was doing it, she's like, she's not with us, she ain't with us, and she's trying to burn down the Wendy's. That's what they were saying in the video, and it's so clear. It's like the world's clearest video. I'd like to know what camera it was shot on. I'd like one of them cameras. That's how clear it was. So, and there's Prime, y'all, grimy drivers. Anyways, hey, at least he's not hitting nothing, you know, not on my line, not today. Y'all just chill and go park somewhere away from everybody. So anyways, but yeah, like this Antifa chick, this white girl, really skinny, anorexic, looked like she should have ordered some burgers from Wendy's first. Maybe she needs a couple burgers. And she had, I believe, a can of spray paint in her hand, but probably used the lighter fluid bottle thing that I was talking about that they had before, and then lit the place up. So the whole Wendy's burned down. The whole damn thing burned down. So this one white chick with one bottle of accelerant did all that shit. They should have just, honest, man, I don't mean to call for nothing. I ain't calling for no violence. Don't do nothing that you heard me say or nothing, but she needs her ass whooped. They should have just snatched her by the hair of the head and held her till the police got. If you see that girl, there's now $1,000, or maybe it's $10,000. I think it's $10,000. Well, I think it's $10,000. Whatever the hell it is. I don't care if they give you $5 and a Wendy's burger. I'm sure Wendy's will give you fries for life. I'm not saying they will, but they probably will. if you ask them, if you turned in the chick that burnt down the Wendy's, you think about that. All the food that was in there, and we're going through a shortage of food so that you can't buy double cheeseburgers in some places. We're rationing in the country, and they want to mess around and burn up the burgers. I mean, burn them down. So, but they were boarding it up, and they had people in there, and it was going to cost, they said it cost so much money, like thousands of dollars, just to board the place up so that no one would go in there and get hurt. Now, there was no looting in the place and in a building next to it or whatever, but it was just that one chick says, hey, I'm gonna go over here and burn this. And don't ask me what that was. Some kind of Winnebago party bus. I seen a camper a little while ago, a little stainless steel one, and it's the nicest looking one. I hope it comes back by. I was gonna take a picture of it. I don't want one. But anyway, it was really weird. It wasn't like an old Jetstream or whatever those things were. It was different. It had a lot more windows. So, but back to this, like I said, I do get distracted, don't I? Back to this though, that girl, as much as she's covered up, if she is in a group of people, you will be able to recognize what she's wearing and even recognize her even if she was wearing something different. Because she's so skinny, she looked like she'd blow away with the wind. She looked like she could have used a couple of burgers, maybe a potato too. That's why you can't get a damn baked potato anymore, you know, but I'm just saying, and maybe some nuggets. So if you see her, like, it's one of the things, she's so small and looks like anorexic that if she had some nuggets in her pocket, the nuggets would be bigger than her. That's what she looked like. But there's a video, I'll put the link up, you can look it out, look out for her, watch for her. But I'm telling you, if you watch the other video that I put a link up to, and it's up on Twitter, I'll try to find that, where they burnt the fake cop car. She's the one burning that fake cop car. I'm telling you, that's the same girl. I'm telling you. So they fly around. They take these people everywhere, and they got that whole Chaz shit going on up there, where they're going hungry because they got no food, and they try to say they got their own government or something. So that means they're not even citizens no more. So really, we could kick them out the country for being illegals in the country at this point if they done renounced their citizenship or denounced it, or, you know, did that shit. So, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it with y'all. You can make all the comments you want for the next few minutes here, and I'm going to I'm gonna smoke a cigar, and I may or may not be able to go live in a bit. But I think the original Wendy would probably kick her ass. I think that the bigger Wendy, because seriously, I'd be mad if somebody burnt my store down. That's crazy. It was nobody there with the protest. Nobody wanted to burn down the Wendy's. Nobody. It was all about that guy that got shot, and they were out there protesting because they felt like he was running away, and even though he had the cop taser and that kind of stuff, they feel like that they shouldn't have shot him. And they did say that he died from 2 bullet wounds to the back and that kind of stuff, and it's on that report. You have to watch the report. So go ahead and make a few comments, and then as soon as this is up as a video, save this URL, because I look at my videos and it takes 24 hours for them to go on my videos. I think they're scrupulously looking through my stuff to see if I'm saying something that might be against national security, something. I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to screen my shit like it. Man, I'm so filtered, you know, and shadow banned as hell. So just save the link to this video, and in a few minutes, I will absolutely make a comment of that, if I can even find my video, of that news thing, and it shows this girl in several different still frames and a video, and then somebody saying, look, that white girl, she's trying to burn the Wendy's down. That's not us. Well, that ain't with us, you know, and all this. It's just her. It's Antifa. It's George Soros. You know, look, that shit's got to stop. They got to stop that organization. If they can't track the cell phones or how I know they had some kind of an app and they shut that down. If they can't stop them, the people need to stop them. Everybody in every demonstration, give this video or just the intel. I don't care if people watch my videos. Somehow get in touch with Black Lives Matter. Get in touch with every single protester that you can get in touch with that says, I'm going to be at this protest. And just tell them, say, hey, listen, there's a girl that's bad news. And she's with those guys with the skateboards. If you see the 2 guys with the skateboards, or the other guy, a skinny black guy that's running around with them, are all covered up like ninjas. But if you see this girl, the FBI is going to be looking for this chick. I guarantee you the GBI is looking for her. Georgia Bureau of Investigation. It happened in Georgia. Guarantee you Atlanta Police Department want to hear about it. And if you see that girl, you could get a hefty reward. So tell them, say, hey, you want to make some money at that protest? It's not from George Soros. It's not from somebody doing bad stuff. You could be a hero. You could be a good guy. Find that chick and turn her in and make that, I think it's 10 grand. I almost want to go to a protest now. I'll find her. Hell, I'll make about 10 grand clean. I'm gonna have to take a couple weeks off. I'm gonna go chill at protests. You know, I could grill some hot dogs, look for anorexic girl. Maybe she'd want a hot dog. That's a good way to, you know what? You know how you put food out for an animal you're trying to trap? I bet if you grilled hot dogs, she would be there because she looked like she need them. So I'm gonna put the link up, and y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get off this thing. Like I said, let me give y'all a few more minutes to make comments though, because this is some stuff that people want to have a forum to be able to make their comments and to get off their chest. But absolutely tell everybody that goes to protests, whether you give them a link to this video or not, give them a link to the other video, the news thing I'm gonna drop. Tell them that that chick is #1 bad. She is bad news. We gotta get her off the street, and you could make a lot of money doing it, a grip of money. And both the Wendy's would be happy. Both of their redheaded, seriously, they look. I don't know what to say, but that's arson, and it could have killed the people in there if they couldn't have got out in time. And now they can't go to work. They don't have their jobs. They don't have, the Masons are involved. It's supposed to, you know. Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. They're going to need a Mason. They're going to need a brick Mason. They're going to need to rebuild the Wendy's, you know, and maybe somebody that can build a stove. So I'm going to go through some comments real quick. But I mean, if you saw the video, you'd know why I'm just so wound up right now. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe they got such a good picture of that chick. Let's see here. Go into the comments real quick. Oh, for the artwork and they're clear. Truck drivers, yeah. First truck driver, yeah. Oh yeah, that too. There's mixed reports on this, because I ain't gonna say completely mixed. It's pretty well, I think he's right. You know, Texas Rattler's telling me, he's like, look, he said that the police officers are not responding to calls, and they're actually not coming into work, and the ones that were supposed to come in are not going to come back in, and this kind of stuff. So there's going to be like no police. And he said that the sheriff told I think the chief of police quit, but the lady or something, I don't know, but they said that the sheriff told him to get bent. Said, I'm not taking up for that shit. You don't want, you know, you got the police where they don't want to show up, that he's not going to show up either. That's my understanding of the situation. Now, if you're that sheriff and I'm wrong, sorry. This is just what I'm hearing. This is scuttlebutt, okay? So this is just what I'm hearing, is that you basically told him, I've got too much on my plate already, and you know, that's what I had heard. And then I also heard that the chief resigned, and I heard that they're looking for a new chief, and I heard that all the police officers are just not showing up for work, and they're also, the ones that are there are not responding to calls. So, and I don't blame them. It's called a pullback in certain situations, but if they're not riding, it's just for regular calls. Like, and the state patrol said they were only going to show up for wrecks and stuff that's on the interstate, and they're not going to do like all kinds of extra stuff, and not trying to be well, they deputize them over the radio sometimes to help out, but the sheriff ain't there to do that. The sheriff's the one that has to deputize, because you only have sheriff's deputies. So the kingpin or linchpin in a situation like that to save the world, when police, city police goes out, is the sheriff. And so if the sheriff ain't doing that, then there's no way to make a state patrolman a deputy and be able to legally do that, because you got no sheriff to swear you in over the radio. They have to take a sworn oath and say, I will uphold the, you know, whatever, and then they'll make them a sheriff deputy. That's kind of how it works. So yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot more crime in Atlanta in the next however many days, because they're going to find out that they can, you know, do a whole lot more, and maybe not get away with it, but because it'll be on camera, but do bad things, you know, like this guy, if he hits me, it's so close right now. So Yeah, there's a lot going on with that. So Atlanta's going to get dangerous for the next few days. Stay the hell out of Atlanta. But if you are in Atlanta and if you're in the protests, look for the bad chick. Look for that little Firestarter. And I'm not talking about, it ain't Drew Barrymore, you know, it ain't Firestarter the movie with the little kid where she gets mad and shit catches on fire. This is a chick walking around with a water bottle that has no label on it, and it has an accelerant in it, and she also has a can of spray paint. Those are her two little things, and some kind of a lighter or incendiary, you know, like a spark, something that makes spark. So she's number one bad. We got to get her ass off the street. I don't care what y'all do. I don't care if y'all beat each other up and run down the street screaming with your hair, you know, in the air. Do that, but don't let this girl get away with what she's doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get the protest, but this chick's going to get somebody killed or herself killed. And those fires, listen, a fire department person could go out there and could get smoke inhalation trying to save people's lives, and it could kill them later, or it could hurt them and put them in the hospital. They could get burns on their hands because they're trying to, you know, extinguish a fire, especially in a car. And once the electronics get on fire in the car, you have to cut the wire and they have to open the hood, and then it flames up on them. It's a dangerous thing to fight these fires. So that girl is creating a hazard for firefighters, for police officers that might try to be a firefighter before the guy gets there to save some lives, that kind of shit. People get burned in fires. It's not cool. I have put out several car fires myself, and I put out a whole building, a shop full of 3 trucks that were on fire. I got chemical pneumonia from the spraying of the fire extinguisher. You don't want that either. There's all kinds of inherent dangers in fire. That chick is playing with fire. So we got to shut her ass down. I don't care who's funding her. Find out who she is and put her in prison for like ever. You know, so I like Wendy's burgers too. That's kind of messed up. They took people's jobs. You know, that's their job. And now they can't go to work. And the way things are right now, with the scarcity of jobs and this COVID stuff, it's hard to find an essential thing to do. So the essential thing to do is get her ass in jail, and you can make a good grip of money. So I'm gonna put up the link. Y'all stay safe. Did I miss anything here? And yeah, in front of the police, yeah, they're nuts there. Let's see. You know, I don't know what's going on with the George Floyd thing. It is kind of weird, and somebody mentioned that it was closed casket, and that was kind of odd, but they did have some family there, so, you know, I don't know what to say. Yeah, as far as the National Guard, as far as the Army is concerned, the last thing that we want is actual regular Army, because you have no idea what that entails. So anybody that's calling for, like, you know, I know that the National Guard's, you know, helping out in some places, but they're going to have to go to Atlanta. They're going to have to, and it's going to be so bad. But regular Army, let me just say this. Anybody that's calling for martial law doesn't know shit about just what that would entail. People will straight up die, and then they'll ask questions later. They come to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and they're all out of bubblegum. That's just how it works. They're trained to kill. They're not trained to hold people's hands, and they're not going to explain it to you. You get a bullet, and you get out of the way, and then the next one gets a bullet. That's just how that works. You know, there's a saying that there'll be peace in the valley. If they have to kill every MFer in the valley, there'll be peace in the valley. That is what an army does. You do not want an army fighting civilians or even standing up or being in front of it. They're not going to take the shit that the police is taking. They're going to do anything. So it's not good. They're not built for protests. They don't have the temperament or the time. And it's not for them. It's not their place. They're there to be the most lethal force against our enemies. But when they say foreign and domestic, that kind of covers domestic too. Let's hope that they never send in the army. So, anyhow, National Guard's a little bit different. But y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get off this thing and find that girl. Find the chick. Find the little start. That little. Yeah, I ain't gonna. Don't get me started. Find her. Y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get off this thing. I'm gonna drop the link on here. And share that link to that video, even if you don't share this one. I don't care. Get her called. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. Peace.